Hey, to all you mixed martial art fans out there, do we have a contest for you? Enter to win one of 6 4-packs of tickets to Mixed Martial Arts Expo for you and 3, yes, count them, 3 of your friends. And one of the winners will also win the grand prize of a pair of VIP passes to MMA's Expo Paradise Warrior seminars, where you will train all day with a current MMA star. Go to suntv.canoe.ca or email us at contest@suntv.canoe.ca. And just remember, in the VIP MMA room, what happens there stays there. Probably just welts and bruises. Speaking of massive amounts of violence, that's what we are getting so far in the NBA Finals, with well over 100 fouls. And the series is tied at 1. Now, everyone is starting to jump on the Celtic bandwagon, but I am not buying it. Boston got a game for the ages from Ray Allen, a triple-double from Rondo, and Kobe was in foul trouble, yet the Celtics still trailed LA with just over 3 minutes left to play. Yes, the Celtics got the job done down the stretch, but I saw a Laker team dominating inside, a worn-out Kevin Garnett, and Kobe only playing 34 minutes. I see LA winning big tonight with Kobe going off, Gasol and Bynum continuing to do what they do, and Ray Allen coming back down to earth. Nick, what was with the wow?
Winning big tonight.
Yes.
See, winning big. That's where I kind of got problems.
This is the last word. This is not the mind. This is the last word. It's coming big.
I think the Lakers winning it all this game. If they win by 1 point, they don't need to win big. That's a huge win for them. They walk into the Garden tied 1-1 after losing down the stretch like they did in LA. Yeah, Kobe was in foul trouble. Lamar Odom couldn't hit a thing.
Boston played well down the stretch in game 2. I agree with that.
I think LA wins the series. I don't think they're going to win big tonight. I think it's going to be a good game tonight. And I think it's going to come down to Sasha Vojicic, my boy.
Let me ask you guys this, because, Will, you're staring at me wary. Let's first start with Ray Allen. He hit 7, count them, 7 3-pointers in a row, finished with 8, NBA Finals record. And the thing is, I just don't expect... Listen, Ray Allen's a great player. I actually think he's better than Reggie Miller. But I don't see Ray Allen doing that again, and he was such the difference in that first half when no one else was going off offensively.
You know, no one expects him to do the same thing. But you have to pay attention to the context of the situation, man. In game 1, Ray Allen fouled out. He barely played.
Foul trouble,
He was and this is why Rondo's so important. He made sure to get him touches early, often, and open in that game, and you saw what happened. He came to the gym 3 hours early to be prepared. He knows who's going to guard him. He knows that Kobe Bryant is going to be somewhere near him. You know what? Whatever happens, no matter how much people are complaining, the Boston Celtics are a tougher team than LA. I believe they'll win game 3. I believe that they may not even go back to LA. They'll win 3 in Boston. Say what you will.
I'm with him that they might not win, that the Lakers might not win tonight. I still think they win the series, but I think really the Lakers, all they need to do is win 1. Because I think if they go back to LA, they're not going to lose at home again. And I really don't. I think the Lakers are experienced enough to know that, hey, you know, you don't have to buy into all the Paul Pierce hype. You don't have to buy into the 3 games and out thing that he's been saying.
No hype
you just have to get the 1 game. They know all you need is to get the 1 game, get that back to LA.
I want to talk about one thing. I want to talk about the big men for the Los Angeles Lakers, and they dominated game 2. And you talk about Boston being tougher. Who had all the blocks? Who had all the blocks?
Yeah,
you know,
Matt,
and what about Paul Pierce as well? He also didn't play well. These are the things that you got to keep an eye on.
Yeah, but the problem is the Lakers. I'm a homer, and I love the Lakers. I always have. The thing with the Lakers, their big men are dominating. Kobe is the best player on earth, but the reality is until another guy can step up and sink a 14 or a 16-foot jump shot, they're not going to win.
And that's why
they need Robert Horry, they need a Trevor Ariza to step up.
And that's why Boston will win, because of testicular torsion. All right, you have to understand that in the 4th, if they shut down Kobe, if they shut down Gasol, and you got to depend on Vujicic, you got to depend on Artest, you got to depend on Odom to win the game. If they win the championship like that, Boston can live with it.
You look like you did that WWE
torsion, like when they pull up into you. You know, when it's literally nut cutting time, when it's winning time, when it's championship time. Those guys are not championship pedigree guys.
I'm so used to testicular torsion in a sentence later today somewhere.
You have to, but here's the best part.
That'll be a tough thing. Oh no, you don't have time. We got 5 seconds. We got 5 seconds. Will, thanks for doing the show. Thanks everyone.
Bye.
Good night, everybody.